Alright, so what I'm about to do in Terraria is fight the Moon Lord. First, I need to get the 4 towers and destroy, I forgot what it was. But I know it's a boss that'll spawn the 4 towers after it's killed. I have already defeated the what do you call it? The Moon Lord, as you could tell by the Luminite bars and Luminite that I have. I've also defeated the towers before. So, you might be wondering why I'm doing this again. Um, this is just proof that I've defeated it. Because my friend asked me to show him proof. And yeah. I mean, there's a long fly over there, so I'm just gonna be talking. But, like, the Moon Lord is actually really difficult. But since I had the UFO, which I got from Martian Madness, I got this pet called the Cosmic Car Key. So I can fly, basically. So it's a bit easier to fight it, the Moon Lord. I also recommend using Forceful Daybreak. So, the Forceful Daybreak, and then I also had great healing potions. And a hasty celestial stone, which you craft out of 2 rings. Forgot which rings it was. Oh, okay. Well, I'm here, so I'm just gonna defeat them. So once you defeat them, this lunatic cultist spawns in, which was actually pretty hard to beat at first. Cause his his attacks that I've seen were like this weird icicle, lightning, and a dragon, and then fireballs that kind of follow you. Then he also spawns multiple of him. Either I defeat all of his clones or I just go straight for him because he has a bar underneath his what do you call it? I guess player. No, NPC. I don't know what to call it. But under his thing, he has a bar that shows how much health he has. So if you hit him, I don't think he'll summon the dragon in. But I'm honestly not too sure. Also, another thing I recommend is the Knight's Veil Chestplate. Reason, because it gives really fast regeneration. As you can see at my health up here, it just regenerates pretty quick. Oh my, hold up. Let me just go down a bit because I don't want him to go out of the map because I don't think I'll be able to hit him. Honestly not sure if you go too far away from him if he despawns. So I'm trying to stay close and trying to dodge his icicles. I'm not sure if you can defeat his other clone. Anyways, he's almost dead. So, oh my, hold up. Oh, and if you don't have or if you haven't defeated the pillars, or I forgot what pillar it was, but it was just like the fire pillar. Just in general, if you haven't defeated that one and you aren't able to get this yet, I recommend using oh wait, where is it? Okay, but basically it's like some sort of axe that follows a character, or using a gun that has what are those bullets called? Chlorophyte bullets, because they'll be able to home enemies. But by this time when I was fighting the towers, I already had the axe thing. I'll probably show it later on in this video. But anyways, right now I'm trying to get Stardust Pillar. I'm trying to destroy the Stardust Pillar. basically, you might see that there's a barrier around it. All you have to do is keep defeating these people around. Um, well, if you haven't defeated the towers, to defeat these people, I recommend using the axe once again, or the chlorophyte bullets, or basically anything that can home, or detect slash follow enemies, because it'll be really easy to defeat these dudes with that. Because these people either constantly move or they constantly try to attack you, which usual enemies do. It's just kind of easier because these things really move fast, as you could tell by this weird worm thing. I'm gonna be honest, I don't, I don't actually know their names. I know these are cells, because I have the pet for it. So, with the Stardust, mostly what you can do is craft the armor. I think the armor and the pets. I'm not sure if you can craft anything else with it. I have to go check my guide to see what else I can craft with it. Yeah, but the armor that I would probably use, and maybe the reason why I'm fighting this dude, is because I recommend if I can check the name, Solar Flare armor. And the Chestplate with the really good regeneration. If by any time you're gonna use that, I would recommend trying to find the Tavern Keeper, so you can get the armor. Oh, and you also need to by this time defeat, I think, Plantera in hardcore mode, the 3 mechanical bosses, and I forgot that one other boss. And what's his name? I know you have to use a power cell and find a temple for it, but I forgot what its name was. Basically it's kind of just a giant statue that kind of just not flails its arms around, but like I don't know how to explain it, but it's basically this kind of stone boss that you'll be able to find at a temple. And basically how you spawn it in is that you will see like this weird star thing. Here, I'll show you once I defeat the pillar. You'll see like this weird star thing. And then, well, I don't know if I can describe it as a star. But anyways, you'll see, I guess you could see a ritual place. And then you put a cell there. And once you put the cell there, you should be starting to fight the boss, which is, you know, a giant, not really a giant rock, but kind of like a giant statue sort of thing. He uses his arms to like, he extends his arms to fight, I guess. If you hit the arms before they get to you, they won't hurt you, or they won't, I guess, attack you. So you basically just gotta keep hitting the arms, and it's on both sides. So as long as you're on one side, the other side of the arm won't be able to hurt you. Hold up, I need to empty my inventory. Just gonna put this there. Should have done that. Oh well. Alright, so there are 4 towers in total that you have to defeat. All 4 of them have barriers. So I would recommend using a pet, and well, just to help you. I mean, I'm not really sure if you would use a pet, but I mean, I'm pretty much just using a pet to help me if I can't get some of the enemies. If you get the Martian Madness Xenostaff, I recommend using the Xenostaff. You might also want to check Wikipedia for recommendations for how to fight these sorts of things, because I'm not really an expert at this. So, I mean, I just recommend this stuff in my perspective because that's how I beat it. But like, I'm not really sure if there's other stuff that they would recommend to defeat, like the Moon Lord and other stuff, like these pillars. I mean, the one that I had the most struggle on was this orange pillar, which is where you get the armor that I was talking about, the solar armor, I think. Yeah, solar flare armor. Or you can also craft swords, pickaxes, and forgot something else. But the armor is actually really good. Um, I usually tend to just mix and match armors, either because they have really good buffs. Oh my gosh, I'm about to die. Oops. Um, well, usually I mix and match armors because I usually tend to use the ones that I think have the best buffs, like this armor here. But honestly, I think there might be some better armor. I'm not really sure. Oh yeah, and this is the totem place that I was talking about. And then you see next to my little red cursor that there's like this weird battery, or not looking battery thing. I think it's called a power cell. And then if you right click, if you're playing on computer, and put it there, you should be able to fight a boss. But usually you find those down in underground temples. From what my friend says, it's really hard to miss because it's really big once you find one. Also, while I'm here, I should probably put my stuff in the chest. So, anyways, you might want to check Wikipedia for like other people's perspective or tips on things. Because I'm honestly not really too sure if this is really the best gear that you need. Anyways, I'm just gonna very quickly go defeat the other tower, and hold up, I will show you the axe that I used to defeat the cultist. Hold up, let me just, I think it's in the piggy bank or my safe. Excuse me. Oh, here it is. The possessed hatchet. Where I got this was during the solar eclipse, which you can also get from the temple. You need these tablets. Then once you defeat the boss that I was talking about, how you spawn it in with the power cell, you can basically there's a chance of getting a solar eclipse event. And then you also, well, yeah, and then you can get the hatchet, which I'm using right now. So the reason why I think it's a good weapon to basically get is because it kind of follows your enemies around. And once you defeat that boss, the one with the power cell, I still don't know what it's called. Basically, once you get that, I recommend getting the possessed hatchet, or maybe it was from the one boss. Okay, honestly, guys, I'm not really sure how to get the possessed hatchet. I thought it was from the solar eclipse event, but it actually might be from the boss that I'm talking about. Anyways, the reason why I recommend this is because I'm able to just home my enemies from afar, even if I'm basically just turned around. As long as they're really close by, you can attack them. And I died. Hold up, this might take a little bit of time to defeat these guys. But the one I recommend going for last is the solar, what is that actually called? The solar pillar. So I recommend going for that last, only because, I mean, it's the one that I most struggled on. Or if you struggle on a different pillar, just try going for that one last if you've done the pillars multiple times. So yeah, I mean, anyways, trying to get as many, many fragments as I can, so then I can summon the solar, so I can summon the Moon Lord, even before I have to so I don't have to defeat the the cultist and then defeat the other towers, if you have enough fragments, I think it's 20 each, you'll be able to craft this this item that will allow you to summon in the what do you call it? The Moon Lord. It should say that you're summoning the impending doom or something like that. Cause usually, not usually, but I think when the Moon Lord, once I defeat all 4 of these towers, summons in, it says like something in chat about impending doom. I'm not really sure about mobile, but I know desktop would usually do that. Or actually, I'm not really sure about mobile at all, because I haven't played on mobile. Anyways, now that we got this open, or the force field broken. Oh, I don't have the weapon. But there's this weapon I think you get from the alien ship inside of the Martian Madness event, where basically it just allows you to shoot a bunch of well, just to shoot beam swords. But the beam swords usually make a second attack, so I'm not really sure how to show you right now since I don't have it. Oh no, I need to heal. So basically the beam swords would just like spawn in like a second beam sword and attack the same enemy that you attacked. So, I mean, I just recommend it because I used it at one point just to defeat the pillars. And then I also used the hatchet to get the enemies. But honestly, there might be better weapons for this, so I'm not really sure. You might want to check Wikipedia. Hold up. Let me just defeat the tower. So, once you defeat all 4 towers, it should say something in chat that will basically give you a signal that in maybe a few seconds that the Moon Lord will spawn. Hold up. But yeah. Anyways, so now I have two out of the 4 shards that I need for the Moon Lord to summon. Technically, I actually have all 4 of the shards, but once you spawn in the pillars, you need to destroy them in order to summon the Moon Lord instead of trying to craft the item. Because I tried doing that while the pillars were up, and I tried to craft the item and summon in the Moon Lord instead of having to destroy every single tower. It didn't work. I mean, I thought I was being really smart by getting all of the towers. I mean, what do you call it? By making the item before I get the towers. But honestly, it didn't really work. So I don't think I recommend it. Crafting the item if you want to fight the Moon Lord multiple times is something actually I did just to get the Meow Mirror. Okay, I know what it does. It kind of just spawns in these let me get a closer look. It spawns in these projectiles that make cat sounds. I'm not sure if they're cats. Oh, yeah, see, this is the one that I struggled on the most. But basically, what do you call it? Just summons a bunch of cats. Then I also got this, which kills enemies with light. I'm not sure. Yeah, see, I'm not really sure how much damage it does. Oh my, no, please don't kill me. Okay, so the reason why I struggled on this the most is because of those crawlipedes, or crawltipedes. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. The reason why I struggled versus those enemies, you might be thinking that those enemies are really easy. Well, for me, they're really hard. Maybe for some people, it might be really easy. But I'm a big noob. Let's just say that. What do you call it? I'm just, this is kind of like the first time I've played this game, technically. But anyways, what do you call it? because its hitbox or the point where you can do damage to it is actually at the back. Or, yeah, at the back of the worm. Crawltipede? Yeah, see, look. Over there, you see that little red thing at the end of its tail? Hold up, let me show you. If another one spawns in. Honestly, I kind of hope another one doesn't spawn in, but, yeah, see, look. You see that weird little thing at the back of its tail? Oh, there, right there. Oh, and I died. Right there, you see that? That's where you have to hit it for it to, what do you call it, take damage. Which was actually really hard. So, that's why I recommend the Hatchet. I mean, it doesn't do that much damage, if I'm gonna be honest. Well, at least, versus the enemies that you have to fight during the pillars, I guess, event. I'm not really sure. It's not an event, but, like, I mean, basically, when you spawn in the pillars, it's kind of okay versus the enemies. At one point, it only did like 90 something. It does 100 now. But most of the enemies here, it might take a few axes to kill them. Because, I'm not actually really sure why. But, that's probably because of their health and how, I guess, how weak it is at this point. I'm not really sure if I can really call it weak, especially because it helped me a lot. Oh no. Okay, I died. So, for the meantime, I will just very quickly move on to the other tower, because as you can see, I'm struggling very much with this one. Oh, also, in case you have any other type of armor that might help you, like titanium. I've been using titanium actually for a while now, but if you have armor that may help you summon more pets, what do you call it? You might want to use that armor. Maybe not the bee armor, because I know that one gives you more pets. But at this point, you need a lot of defense. Honestly, if you don't have the armor, like, I mean, I have the bee armor, but I'm not going to use it. You might want to use this. I'm not really sure what it's called. I think either you can craft it or you have to buy it from a merchant. Not a merchant, but like, one of the people that will live in your town, I guess. Anyways, so I recommend using that because you'll be able to spawn in multiple pets. But that's just because that's just my perspective, because I like to use pets. Let's just pass through here without dying. Oh no. So, I mean, I kind of figured out a strategy to the worm. It's just really difficult for me to do, I guess, in a way. So, what I do is, because once it attacks you, it just kind of tries to swirl around you. So you want to try going into the middle, and then hitting the little, what do you call it? Little hit point. I don't know what you want to call it. The little ball at the end of its tail, or the end of the worm. So then you can defeat it. Honestly, though, it does a lot of damage. So you might want to bring some health potions. And you might want to level up your health if you haven't found that many heart crystals. Then I recommend, before you try fighting, actually, before you even try fighting the pillars or the mechanical bosses, in a way, you might want to get more health or find more life crystals. You also might, by this time, life crystals might be useless if you found all of the... If you can't use any more life crystals. I think that might be like at 400 or so. You might want to try finding these underground things in the jungle called life fruit. When you use the life fruit, it will be able to max your health by 5 HP, so you're gonna have to find a lot of them. it actually kind of took me a while just to get a 475, because I didn't really try looking for life fruit that much. Oh no. Okay, yeah, but I didn't really try looking for life fruit as much as I did. Um, I'm not sure if there's like a certain thing that you need to unlock the life fruit, but what do you call it? My friend just told me that we needed some sort of life fruit, and at the time I didn't know what that was, even though I found like this weird heart on the ground. That, what do you call it? Basically just gave me extra 5 health without realizing that was the stuff that he was talking about. And they're usually gonna spawn like a little vine from the ground. Remember, this has to be in the jungle. I'm not sure if you can find it on land, but what do you call it? I usually found mine, well, actually, my friend mainly helped me find them, but they were usually underground. The ones that I found. So I recommend, not recommend. I'm not really sure if it's, on top of ground. So I mean, just in case, I would recommend just digging down into a cave and just, finding a life fruit. Oh man, hold up. Well, I almost finished this one. But, just to explain what this Nebula Pillar spawns, it spawns in like these enemies that follow you. Not follow you, I mean technically all enemies do that, but like these enemies that will I don't know how to explain it. It's basically like I guess bats, but like an upgraded version. They have like a lot of health, and you might want to be careful because I think they do a lot of damage. I'm not actually sure. And I'm about to die. What am I holding? Hold up. No! Okay, so you see how he tried to... Oh, no! After damaging me, he, like, circles me. You might just want to avoid following him once he tries to attack you, because all he's going to do is try to circle you. You also might want to defeat the enemies around it, because if you get hit out of that circle, it'll try to readjust. Nope, and I died. But once they attack you, they usually try circling you. But sometimes, maybe every once in a while, it would just try to squiggle around and try to readjust. So I mean, you might wanna, what do you call it? You might want to just try going into the middle of it. I'm not really sure if there's a strategy to beating the monsters. I know there's strategies online to beating the bosses. There might be strategies online to beat the pillars. I'm honestly not sure. I'm gonna be honest, I probably should have researched a little bit about the pillars before I try to do the pillars. Or try to beat the pillars just in general. See, like that, how it just tries to just squiggle around you as it tries to attack. Sometimes that could happen, and I died again. So sometimes that could happen. Not really sure how often it happened to me, but what do you call it? I just recommend if they attack you, if you're going for the solar pillar, if they try to attack you, because those are the monsters that I struggled on the most. If you don't really struggle on it, and you have a strategy for it, honestly, that's hacks. No, I'm just kidding. But, I can't really figure out a strategy to fighting these dudes. So if you guys have a strategy, I actually kind of want to know. So, what do you call it? So, in case I do this again, because I know me and my friend are going to try doing this in expert mode. I'm not really sure if my strategies or recommendations really apply to expert mode, because I'm actually fighting this or doing the pillar and stuff in normal mode. You might also want to do normal mode before expert mode, unless you have really good loot. since you already finished normal mode or something like that, I recommend doing normal mode first so you can have all the good loot before you enter expert mode. I'm not sure if the loot gets better in expert mode. I would think it does, but honestly, I'm actually not really sure. Anyways, though, now that I'm back here, so okay, I think those guys shoot beams into the sky. Honestly, I don't know that much about the monsters. There's this weird brain thingy that keeps shooting lasers at me. It also teleports around, I guess to confuse you. I'm not really sure why it teleports around. It pretty much just confuses me. So I'm pretty sure it's just to confuse you. But oh no. Anyways, so if you fight these multiple times, you're probably gonna get lots of banners. I'm honestly not sure what the banners are used for. They might be used for, well, it says here that they're used for to get a bonus. Honestly, if you have time to put it down near where the pillars spawn, I would do it. But I'm not really sure what it would give you or what bonus it'll give you. So I don't really put them down. But if you want to put them down, you could. The only problem with that is that the pillars are sometimes randomized. So once you defeat, I forgot what boss it was. Oh yeah, once you defeat the cultist boss, then you should be able to I guess spawn, I guess have the pillars. For me, the blue pillar or the Vortex Pillar was the closest one, but then it got like kind of randomized. Okay, well, for this pillar, all I'm gonna do is just you might call me cowardly for doing this, but I'm just gonna minimize out of my map and then just attack it from above, because I don't really want to get killed since I'm really bad at fighting this pillar. Just gonna stay above it and then just throw a bunch of stuff down there and hope that it goes away. Hope that the pillar goes away. Okay, so you can hear when the pillars get hurt, or you might be attacking a monster, so you might want to be careful for that. So usually at this point I would use, I think, something flux sword. Hold up, let me see if I can find it inside my piggy bank, or maybe the safe. Ah, here it is. No, wait, no, wrong sword. Maybe it is in my inventory. Nope, can't seem to find it. Basically it's a sword that you get from Alien Madness. No, I feel like, okay, I know I said something wrong. Forgot what that event is called. Something Madness. Basically where you can also get the UFO. And a few other stuff. You can get the Brain Scrambler. I actually don't know all of the stuff that you can get from it. But there's like this sword that you get from the spaceship that you there's like a spaceship that you fight basically. And there's this sword that it gives you. That sword I used to use fighting these things, the pillars. Oh no, I'm about to die already. Heal. Alright. So usually I use that sword because it would spawn in like multiple swords, since it's also really fast at attacking. So I'm not sure if my recommendations are helpful. I hope they are. In case you guys are gonna fight this thing, or if if you're fighting the pillars, I hope these recommendations are helpful, or I guess tips. So hold up, did I leave it in here? Or maybe my friend left his here. Hold up. Oh no, I left it here. The influx waiver is actually really good. to use versus the pillars. I mean, that's just my opinion, or well, that's just my take on things. There might be a better weapon, as I said, to fight the pillars, but that's just what I used during the first time I was fighting these pillars. So, oh no. No, okay. Not you. Okay. No, okay, I'm already about to die. Alright. But anyways, like I was saying, this sword, shoots out like little, well, not little, but, beam swords. Here, let me show you. See these? And it shoots them out like pretty quickly. Oops. They shoot them out like pretty quickly. So, I mean, see this? And then, it also, what do you call it? It also, when it hits the enemy, it'll shoot another sword. Here, let me see if I can show you. Hold up. You know, I'll just do it to the pillar. Okay, so you see how when I hit it with one sword, it shoots another sword around it? Hold up. I need to hit it. Oh, never mind, it died. Basically, it'll just summon another sword to attack it as well. Oh, and once you defeat all 4 of the pillars, the moon lord will spawn. So I mean, if you are okay with the moon lord spawning, just a warning, the moon lord will spawn in a few seconds. So you might not want to destroy the last pillar if you don't think you're ready for the moon lord, because the moon lord has a lot of health, and honestly, I'm kind of unprepared for this. Usually all that I used was this daybreak thing and the great healer potion, which I crafted from the solar fragments, and then I also used the knight's chestplate, which I got from the tavern keeper, and I forgot what else I used. Okay, but basically, I also used the UFO. So, what you want to do, well, in this case, is, since if you have the UFO, I would recommend using the whole map as an arena, because the more space you have to dodge his attacks, the better. What do you call it? So, right now, I'm just taking out the eyes. It doesn't matter what eyes you, fight. As long as, you try, okay, as long as you, what do you call it? As long as you defeat one of them. Just remember, though, once you defeat one of them, a weird eye thing, I think it's the true Eye of Cthulhu spawns, which is actually, the place that I struggled. At first, I actually thought having a smaller area is better, or having an arena is best. Honestly, though, with the UFO, I didn't really worry about the arena. Or I saw a video, and then it said, basically the gist of it is that, what do you call it? The bigger your arena, the better it is. Only because, or the more space you have to run, so you can, keep running and dodging its attacks. As you can see, it spawns in these weird eyeballs, which is actually really easy to dodge the bigger your arena. Or, usually, since I'm flying, it's actually pretty easy for me to dodge it, because, the Moon Lord is, moving as close as it can to me. But did you see that? A weird eye spawns out of its hand when you, defeat it. When you defeat one of the eyes, it should spawn something, like a weird eyeball. I think it's, like I said, I'm pretty sure it's called the True Eye of Cthulhu. I'm not really sure if that's true or not, so, yeah, pretty much. Oh no! Okay, so this is the reason why you need the potions, because once the at least 2 eyes come out, for me, it gets really it gets really hard to beat him, because, as you can see, they just shoot everywhere. Luckily, though, their things are pretty easy to dodge, as long as you keep track of your health. because you might want to dodge down, because it's the fastest way to dodge, in my opinion. Okay, so I'm about to die. Luckily, what do you call it? I have the fragments. Alright, I'm dead. Alright, luckily though, so you might be thinking, oh, now you have to go through that whole process again. No, you don't. Every pillar gives about like 33 or so, what do you call it? Material. But all you need is about 20. No, I think it's exactly 20. I think all you need is 20 fragments to, do it. If I can find my other fragment. Hold up. Let me go up here. Fragment. Ah, here it is. Okay. So, you might be wondering, or you might be thinking, wait, I don't have enough fragments to make this, which is the Celestial Sigil? I don't know how to say that. Which is 20 of each fragment. You might be saying, oh, I don't have enough to craft I don't have enough of this to craft one. Well, there is something that you could also do. So if you have at least all 4 of the fragments, which if you've defeated broken all 4 of the pillars, you should have 4 of each. No, I mean more of each, or at least 1 of each of the different pillars. So you're able to craft other fragments from, what do you call it? Certain fragments, I guess. I don't know how to word that. But let's just say you need more nebula fragments. So you go to the nebula section, which usually this nebula section, here, let's just say I didn't have any in general. You'll just see like this nebula fragment, which you need 1 of each to craft 1. It's kind of a fair trade, kind of, but you know, honestly, it's kind of better if you're just able to craft it all at once, because at one point you will run out of the fragments, which I did, and I wasn't able to spawn it in again. So, and if my friend is watching this, I'm sorry for messing up our chest. I mean, he's gonna be joining me later, but when I finish all my homework. Then what do you call it? Then he'll probably be joining me, or when he finishes all his homework. But yeah, so like I said, I usually use pets to fight it, because they're pretty helpful actually. They're actually, you know, that they actually caught up to where I was up in the sky. But anyways, basically, just remember, if you're fighting the Moon Lord, what do you call it? Have a big arena, weapons, or potions of greater healing, or just basically any type of healing potion, as long as it's at least, I guess you can. Oh no, I used it. Oops. Well, I would say at least if it's 100 or more. I'm using one that gives me 150 health. I know there's one that gives you 200 health, but you might also want to get mana potions, because on the Wikipedia people are saying that that you need mana potions and stuff like that. But if you're not, well, I'm not using a mana weapon or weapons that will use up my mana, so I don't really need the mana potion that much. Also, I realized that you might want to stay a bit like far away from the Moon Lord. Maybe if you're, depending on what you're getting, you might want to stay a bit farther from the hand, and then you might want to switch hands every once in a while when he does that weird laser beam attack, because every once in a while he will close his eye. See that on his hand? He kind of closes it, basically granting his own eye immunity. Oh no. No, I got damaged. Alright. At least now I have enough to get another potion. But you might also want to not do it in space. Reason why is because I've, my experience, in space, harpies and wyverns can attack you. So I mean, I don't recommend it. I also usually go for what do you call it? Go for go for all three eyes kind of at the same time, so they have equal health. So then when you destroy all three eyes, you can just go straight to trying to fight the core. Instead of once you destroy one of the eyes, you'll have to go for the other. I mean, technically, that's what you have to do anyways. But like, I usually go for all three, so each are at low health at least. Oh no, I'm about to. No, I'm not. Okay, hold up. So you might also want to stay at least a little bit above the eye. Yeah, see? And then I'll be able to go for this one. Oh no, and I can't use my potion. Alright, get down. So in these types of situations, I start to panic. Cause I'm about to die. Hold up. Let's just be honest. Hold up. Anyways, don't get hit. Oh, okay. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna stay away from the other eye. See, look, if we fight this in space, you saw that wyvern that just passed by? Okay, good. We defeated the other hand. So, you can get a hint if you've defeated the other hand. If a second spawns in. If a second one. Oh, okay. If a second eye spawns in, I just like to stay away from them. Or stay away from everything, just in general. I'm not sure if I'm actually hitting it, though. Is my only problem. Oh, the laser. Okay, alright, time to get a bit close. Alright, so now I just have to aim for that eye right there. Right on his forehead. Okay, I recommend keeping a safe distance away from the eyes. I also realized why I move slower is because I keep accidentally tapping the opposite button. Okay, hold up. Also, it might look like I'm just standing still, but I'm actually constantly moving. Oh no. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I can use it again. Alright, so you might want to use it if you're especially low or on low health. The healing potions. Because... Oh no. Okay, well, I'm trapped. Alright, time to get down. So, you might want to use the healing potions when you're low. I mean, that's kind of an obvious thing you might be saying. But, or you might want to use the healing potions as soon as you can when your cooldown ends. But you might want to be using it... Oh, no. Okay, I need to get down a bit lower. You might want to be using it when, as soon as you can, basically. I like how I just said that, like, multiple times. Because, if you're really low, and you can't use it, then, well, that might be game over, like as you saw a few rounds ago. Okay, I got one more second. Alright. So, has the third eye spawned? Hold up, let me get this map out of the way. Oops. Alright. Alright, the third eye should be dead. Alright, then you can just go straight for the core. Dodge as many attacks as you can. I'm pretty sure you're able to dodge all of them as long as you keep track of most of his attacks. Usually at least one of the eyeballs would try to attack you, but they only have like 3 moves. You see those glowing eyes? As long as you constantly move, you can dodge it while you're flying up in the air. And then, yeah, look, you can just straight up just go for the core. You might also want to dive down, or try not to dive down as much as you can. Because did you see how much damage I just took there? That was only for a few seconds, keep in mind. That was only literally just like, what, few seconds? And I almost died to him. Anyways, now he should be dead and everything is still attacking me. Hold up. Okay. So, I hope this was useful. Some of the stuff that I explained, those are just stuff that I recommend. But it's good to check the Wikipedia so you can hear it, or not hear it, read it / hear it better from experts that have played the game a lot. So, I mean, well, anyways, this is my proof of beating the Moon Lord, as well as some tips and tricks if anyone is watching this. Anyways, alright guys, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like and subscribe. Bye everyone! IconicGameSlinger out. Bye!